Hey guys, STS Cubing here. Today, I'm going to be talking about how to warm up before a solve. Really quick before I start the video, I just wanted to say, according to YouTube statistics, a very small percentage of you, only 3.6% of you are subscribed who watch my videos. So if you can, just subscribe, and yeah, let's get on with the video. So the first part of warming up is like a warm-up cube, and today I'm going to be explaining what that is and like why it's useful and some helpful tips on how to choose the right cube for you. Okay, so to start off, what is a warm-up cube? Well, a warm-up cube is a cube that you use before a solve. So, when you're sitting there at the table, then and the cube's under the cube cover, or when you're just sitting in the waiting area, you have a warm-up cube. For instance, I use this Yushin Little Magic here. The stickers are pretty bad. I have a comparison video. I think I should put a end card right there. I'm not sure, or whatever, up there. So if you want to watch that video, you can. But yeah, so I use this Yushin Little Magic. Turns pretty well. But yeah, so a warm-up cube is just a cube that you turn while you're waiting to like warm up your fingers and stuff for the actual solve. Now, a warm-up cube is helpful because it allows you to it allows you to perfect your turning style before you even start the cube. That way you're not locking up as much. It doesn't help in this as much, but it can. Another thing that a warm-up cube does is it allows your main cube to feel a lot better. So for example, So let's say I wasn't doing 3x3, but I was doing 4x4. So now my 4x4 is a little bit slower than I would like, because I prefer really fast cubes. So since it's a little bit slower than I would like, and I don't have any lube, it's this fast. But what you can do is you can use a placebo effect kind of thing to make it feel fast. How that works is you take an even slower cube, for instance my 6x6, which is really slow. So you take your slower cube, and you use that as a warm-up cube. So for example, I'm using the 6x6, really slow, very sluggish, but it's good 6x6 still. Yeah, so 6x6 is slow, so you turn on it a little bit, and after you're done turning, then pick up the 4x4. Now this thing feels really fast because I was just turning a slower cube. That also works for 3x3. For example, if I was using this cube as my main, then I brought out a Rubik's brand as my warm-up. Very locky, very slow and stuff, right? But then, use this cube. It's just really fast, smooth, but you just have to be careful because sometimes if you choose a warm-up cube that's either too slow or you have your cube at the right settings and it's perfect when it's just normal, then you might not want to do that. Because I remember at one of my competitions, I used the Rubik's brand as my warm-up cube, but because I had this cube at the perfect setting, it felt too fast, so I didn't do that well. But yeah, so that's why a warm-up cube is useful. And now, how to select a good warm-up cube. So if you're like me, you don't really have a lot of 3x3s. These are basically all my contenders. This is obviously my main, so this won't be it. So basically, it's between these two. Now, the Rubik's brand, like I just showed you, is very slow, locky, doesn't turn that well overall. And because of this, it will make your cube feel faster. You could tell because if your main is faster than this cube, for example, one flick, and then one flick, if your cube is faster than the other one, or less locky or whatever, then it might feel good, but if it's at the perfect settings, like I was just saying, then it might go too fast. So, for example, not for example, but yeah, so I could choose the Rubik's brand to make my cube feel faster if this cube feels a little slow every now and then. Or if this cube, I think, sometimes is too uncontrollable and fast, then using a faster cube like the Yushin Little Magic would be beneficial. So, yeah. But yeah, so how to choose your warm-up cube? Like I was saying, some of them will be faster than your cube, some of them will be slower. Now, in the end, it all comes up to your preference. So for me, for me, I personally like my cubes to be a little bit faster than normal, so I might go with the Rubik's brand. So what I would do then, since I basically find out whether you want it to be faster or slower, so let's say you want it faster like I do, then put it aside, and pick up the Rubik's brand, since the Rubik's brand would make it faster. Then do a bunch of turns on it just for a while. I'll cut back to after I finish. Okay, so I'm back. I did a bunch of turns on the Rubik's brand. So after you do a bunch of turns on the cube that you think might work, then I want you to take your main and do an average of 5. Pause, like after each solve, obviously though, use the other cube. So let's say I did an average of 5, and I figured out that the cube turns way too fast, so it locks up way too often. So then, the Rubik's brand doesn't work. Next, we'll try the Houston Little Magic. So you turn it a bunch. Just do a bunch of turns. You can do T-perms, J-perms, solves. It doesn't really matter. Just turn it a bunch. And then after you've turned it, grab your cube and turn it. Now this feels good because this cube, look, here now. And then this cube goes like, so they're about, as you can see, they're about the same. So because of that, it allows you to not get that much of a difference because I have this one on the good setting, but it still allows you to get all the benefits from having a warm-up cube. And now you can do this with as many cubes as you want, but like the cube doesn't even have to be good. It can literally be anything. And it doesn't even have to be the same type. Like I said before, say I want 4x4 to feel fast, I could just use my 6x6. Well, that's my 5x5. I can use my 6x6. And yeah, so that's pretty much how it works. Now the last thing we're going to be talking about in this video is a warm-up routine. So a warm-up routine is basically what you do every time you go up to every time your name gets called and you go up to solve. So for instance, my warm-up routine, right? They call you over, put your cube there, and then they put your cube on the table. What I like to do is I take my warm-up cube, I just like to do random turns. Generally I do T-perms, J-perms, or RB perms, because I don't know, there's something so satisfying about it. And then I also do this weird thing where it's like RB perm, but you take the beginning part at the end. So instead of starting off with that, you do this. And then I just like to do that for whatever reason. It's kind of fun. But yeah, so like you just do a bunch of turns walking up there. So this is my warm routine, by the way. So then you walk up there, and once you sit down, right, I like to put my warm-up cube down, breathe in once, and then I do 4 T-perms. They don't have to be like mega fast or anything, just 4 average T-perms. Then, put my warm-up cube down, I like to put my hands down on my legs, take another deep breath, and then I'm ready. And then I like to start solving. I do this because not only does it give me like enough practice, and the amount of like however long you use your practice cube can vary from cuber to cuber. I generally do about 4 to 6 T-perms on it, and then I'm good. Yeah, so then your cube feels good, and you're ready to solve. So that was this warm-up video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe for more, and I will see you all next time. Bye!